Hey everyone, Joe DiChiera here, and in this video I want to talk to you about that ever elusive impact position that you're all trying to get into like the pros, with that nice look to that forward shaft lean through impact. Now in my career I've used 3D heavily for the last 15 years because in my opinion you can't see what you don't measure. So by measuring you can really get an idea on what you're doing in your golf swing and to what degree you're doing it. Now I want to talk about the big mistake that amateurs make trying to get forward shaft lean. We talk a lot about that forward shaft lean position, but where amateurs start to go wrong is they let their whole body go forward with the club. So they get a lateral movement with their lower body and their upper body to try and come into the golf ball to get that forward shaft lean. But by doing that, they're hurting themselves with rotation. You're not getting your lower body, especially, as open as you need to create that forward shaft lean. So when we look at the pros in 3D, we see some very distinct differences between pros and amateurs. The first is their pelvis or their belt buckle is a lot more open to the target by the time that they get to the golf ball. That's number one. Number two is the lateral motion, the sway of their pelvis has gone double the amount of their chest. So let's say, for example, at impact, my pelvis moved forward in terms of inches, about 4 to, let's say, 4.5 inches. Well, I only want to see my torso then to be at about 2 to 2.5 at the most. I don't want to see both of them matching how much forward I've moved, because that's going to cut down on my rotation and it's going to cause me to flip through impact because I have no room to let the handle move forward and let that club head lag behind a little bit. So, great drill and a feel that I want you to try to achieve this position is when you're setting up to the golf ball, I want you to preset what you feel as a good impact position. So I'm going to feel like my chest doesn't move a whole lot. I'm going to push my hips forward and I'm going to open them up a little bit. So my chest did go slightly, but not a lot. My pelvis went more and my lower body is more open, and you can see that I have some forward shaft lean. And now I got a great feeling to try and get back to. So when I set up, I'm going to try and get right back to that position coming into the golf ball. And when you do that, you're able to have that forward shaft lean. Now, if I didn't do that and I got back to impact more square, you would see that the handle would stop, the club head would start to flip, and I would never get that forward shaft lean at impact. So again, one more time, push the hips forward, open up the pelvis, and then try and get right back to that feel. And if you do that, you're going to have more forward shaft lean with more compression, and you're going to hit the golf ball a lot further.